It's time for good energy and welcome to Bodyful Day 286. And we are talking about Candida and the senses. This is the last day of our series on Candida and the senses. And we are talking about the sense of taste. Now, we're going to explore this a little bit more, but remember our goal through all of this is to find energy to heal from Candida overgrowth equals good energy in minus stressors. And we're going to see how we can do that through the sense of taste. All right, let's start with our basics. Take a deep breath in and release. And deep breath in, expand in the belly, expand in the chest, expand in the sinuses, and release. And since we're talking about the sense of taste, think about how your mouth tastes after you've had a lot of candy or a lot of sweets. Something really, and you'll notice that it stops tasting. It starts acting as if you've almost burned your tongue. And so if you remember that, breathe into that and release. Oh, it's decided to get cold. Okay, I have a hat for my phone to keep it warm. All right, so we are talking about Candida and the senses. We're talking about how the fact that Candida is actually a symptom of an underlying issue, so that Candida, because it's in the gut, can actually make the connection between your gut-brain axis and can actually change your tastes before, or change your cravings before you actually fall into them. And what that will look like, and we talked about this on the very first day, that looks like you opening the door to the cupboard or to the refrigerator 30 minutes after you've had a very healthy, very well-rounded meal. And you look and going, I need something else. I need that little bit. I need that extra little bit. And that extra little bit usually being sweets or carbs, usually not anything salty or crunchy. It's always falling into that carbolicious sweet category, which is what feeds fungus and feeds Candida. So we know taste-wise what's going on, because we know there's this gut-brain connection, and we know that they've hijacked that link. So even you already being full, you are still going to want that extra sweet. So how do we get past that? How do we figure it out? Well, move into taste and the good energy in, but we can also look at stressors. And a lot of times stressors for taste are very simple things. We already talked earlier about farmers cleaning out their corn grain bins, and I want to say corn cobs, and I know that's not what it is. Corn cribs, there we go. Farmers cleaning out their corn cribs and getting a cough and shortness of breath. And it can also cause gut changes as well. So corn is one of the things that can do it, especially things like popcorn or GMO corn. That has a tendency to feed fungus really well. Another good taste that can trigger fungus and then can trigger the shortness of breath or the gut changes, and sometimes even anxiety, is peanuts. And peanuts, not because you have an allergy, but because they have fungus on them. They're grown underground. They can be good. So the harvest can be good sometimes. The harvest cannot be good sometimes. They can have a little bit more rot on them. And because of that fungal energy put into the peanut or even into peanut butter, we are feeding are Candida, and that can lead to the behavioral and the food changes, or physical changes that we see. Other things to pay attention to, basically any seed, flaxseed, sunflower seeds, you can have some on the nuts, so almonds and cashews, a little less likely because they are up a little higher and so they're kept a little drier. But your ground seeds, your seeds that come from plants that are on, ground level, those are going to be the ones that are going to have a little bit more fungus on them. I made a video, it's called 543 to Gut Healing. And in there, I talk about the fact that 2 years ago, because of the dampness in the weather during the harvest of soybeans and corn, Europe was not taking our corn and soy. They were not taking U.S. corn and soy because the fungal count was too high. Yet in the U.S., we were still using them. So the EU has put a level of fungus that's good, but there are things that we can't control. We can't control what the harvest is going to be like and how much fungus is going to be on those things when they're harvested. But we can make better choices about what to eat. Seeds and nuts that are grown on or near the ground are going to be more likely to have fungus on them. And so if you find yourself craving the peanut butter, you find yourself craving the sunflower seeds, though those arguably are a little higher up, but they can also be moldy if you've ever grown sunflower seeds. Corn obviously has a mold on it. Things that naturally have mold or fungus on them are going to be things that are going to feed and bloom your Candida. So taste-wise, stay away from the seeds if you can. And then we already talked about the fact that there are some really good ways to get past Candida when it's in the gut. Things like ginger and like cinnamon and allspice and cardamom and clove. These and mace. These are all good, solid, heating, drying spices that actually help clean up the body. In my video, 543 to Gut Healing, I talk about the fact that you can use this stuff to get rid of biofilms. And Candida, along with other funguses in our gut, will create a biofilm which actually messes with our digestion. Not only does it clog up the system, but it actually breaks down the cells, or it breaks down the cells and tears apart the cells that exist in our gut, making us less able to digest our food. So in that video, I give you 4 healthy foods to help digest your food, and then 3 ways to work on yourself physically. So you can check that video out for more information about Candida and how to heal from it. All right. So I hope this has been helpful. Join me back here tomorrow. We're going to be starting an interesting couple of weeks. So I will fill you in on those tomorrow. Let's finish the day off. Take a deep breath in and release. Have a great day. I will see you back here tomorrow.